For the two people watching, no, your eyes are not deceiving you. This is an actual thing. Hey there guys, and welcome to The Road to Geck, Part 1. It is me, whatever my YouTube username is at this point. I don't even know. It used to be unequivocally lame. Most people just called me Love because my first YouTube channel was Love Culture Girl 26 and we made Sims videos. And here I am now as a 24-year-old making a Sims video. So before we get into explaining anything else, I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a slideshow that will hopefully explain the storyline and the premise of any of this. So, in the words of Paramore, how did we get here? Well, luckily for you, I created a PowerPoint to explain just that. Let us begin, shall we? So one morning, I decided, you know what, I want to watch a show while I eat my cereal, because that's the only way to eat, is while watching. And the only way to watch is while eating. That's just the truth. And honestly, I guess Satan must have been scheming something, because there's no way that what happened should have happened, but it did. Because, you know, Satan is always watching to take away the things that you love. So there I was. I decided to go ahead and watch a show while eating my cereal, and I was like, you know what, this laptop, it's expensive. Let me not put the cereal close to it, because in case it spills, you know, that way I will have time to pick it up if like it does decide to spill. So there I was, being smart, being cautious. And then on the show I was watching, which was Everwood, a character came on screen that I did not like, because she was a 20-year-old babysitter hitting on a 16-year-old, and it was cringy and illegal, and her character was the worst. So I was like, LOL, time to skip. And that was the moment when my finger that I was lifting to skip this irrelevant lady's scene decided to push the bowl towards my laptop, thus spilling all over the laptop itself. So it shouldn't have gone through because I had a keyboard protector. I had put the bowl far away. I was careful, but alas, it did. And the laptop was dead. So that then led me to go through a bunch of old hard drives and have to go through on my own old computer and find old fun screenshots, and then I posted to Twitter and you guys were like, LOL, we missed this. You never gave us a good outcome to Geck, and all of those live stream stories that you played through. So here we are, and I'm going to give you a wedding special that not even the Kardashians could produce. So I also realized that before I could even really make a series about any of this, it's been a long time, and also a lot of you guys weren't at my live streams, so you have no idea who these characters are, and let me tell you, do they have background stories. So here we go, a brief summary of a whole lot of nonsense to hopefully get you guys acquainted with the characters and who we're looking at. So we had Demi, an aspiring singer, and she was my sim self's roommate, and my sim self who didn't know what she was doing with her life, which was made very clear throughout the playthrough. She had like 5,000 jobs, had no idea where she was going with her life, just like me. So then we have their first home. They lived in an apartment and it was nice and pretty and everything was going well, except it's The Sims, so it turned to crap real fast. Before we get to that, here are some friends we made along the way. There was Beck, which you all know and love. We had Nathaniel, who was dating Demi, and he was the worst. We had Beck's sister. We had a few others that are memorable, and then not so memorable, like this guy. He's in so many of the screenshots. I don't know who he is. Who is he? If anybody in the comments wants to remind me, that'd be great. And then, of course, we had important people, like the most important person on this earth, Greg Rowland. So when everything turned to crap was when Demi was like, LOL, I'm just gonna get married because I'm crazy and foolish. Except that was a bad idea because he was a cheater and he was the worst and hit my sim in the face and he was abusive. And so my sim was like, LOL, no, we're not doing this. If I can't talk sense to you, I'm moving out. So she moved out. And then Debbie was like, oh, wait, you're cheating on me. She caught him. And then she kicked him out. And also, did I mention she was also with child? So then my sim moved out, lived with her sibling for a while, but then met Demi's child. And so they went ahead and they made up and they moved into a house together. Like, you know what? We're good friends. I'm going to help you through this process. All that fun stuff. By the way, I fully decorated this house to only live in it for like 2 streams. Was totally worth it. So then we made more friends. I also don't know any of these people's names. And this is where I got lazy. And I was like, oh wait, there's so many screenshots. I'm not gonna finish this PowerPoint. But we adopted some pets. There was Slay Boomer was the name of this dog. And then we had Angel Boomer, and then I think we adopted another dog and a unicorn at some point. And now I'm going to show you guys a really brief, hopefully, little slideshow of all of the pictures of the streams. And I'm hoping that it will give you a decent idea of what happened, because there's over 2,000 pictures, I think. And I can't make a PowerPoint with that. So here we go. Let's try to make sense of this and hope this will form, you know, enough information for you guys to know what's going on. Also, just a warning, as we go through some of these screenshots, I'm just as confused as you are. I don't know what some of this is, but whatever, we'll piece it together. So here we have a screenshot of my sim who is apparently in the stylist career at some point, and then there's this guy, whomst I don't know who he is. Okay. More pictures of the stylist career. We're just gonna go. My sim visiting Beck. Don't know why. She's disagreeing. Here's another pet we adopted. My sim got into a fight. My sim hanging out with James Lafferty. Other things. That's an amazing face. Wow. Love that. Doesn't this give you guys so much information about what this was about, right? So informative. Oh my god, what were these live streams? Another dog that we adopted. How many pets did we have? Or is this the same pet? My sim in her pajamas visiting this guy. Oh, okay. So she did date this person. Who is this person? I don't know who they are. But oh, okay, sure. Did he have a child? My sim on a date and Beck creepily watching in the background. I love that. Okay. My sim hanging out with friends. Demi trying to bury her child in a pile of leaves in the park. There's this guy again. Why is he here? Who knows? Oh, Dawson's first birthday party, which ended in disaster. I think I remember this. This guy showed up and tried to ruin everything. We had a bunch of friends over. I think my sim was hitting on somebody else and Beck just was watching longingly. Here's Beck and that guy having a stare down with confetti falling in the air, which is truly the most dramatic thing to ever happen in this playthrough. I love this. This is what I live for. And then us having the birthday in the backyard and her dropping the child for it to then look like this. And this was Dawson. Here's the dog that we ended up adopting, Angel Boomer. Love that. Here's this guy again, creepily waiting at the front steps. Is this why I had my sim move to another town eventually? Must be. And I guess this is Demi backsliding? Okay. My sim being an architect for 0.2 seconds. Here's Demi sniffing her child. Here's Dawson interacting with the pets, which is really just the best feature there ever was in The Sims 3. Here's my sim acquiring another skill set that she will never use, just like me. Here's my sim creepily running after the truck with the guy that I don't know inside. Was he like this important and relevant? Am I like forgetting a key factor to this whole thing? Somebody tell me in the comments below if you even remember. I know this was like, what, 5-6 years ago? But let me know. And here he is again, being hella creepy. What? I had to pause, because I don't know what this next series of pictures is. But this, I take it back. This is actually the best thing that ever happened in this playthrough. What is this? So she's drawing him, right? Right? This is what she draws him as. and then they break up. What? Oh my god. Wow. I might have to turn this wedding special around. It might have to be the Sim self and whoever this dude is. Oh my god. And this is my Sim moving on, I guess. I love that. Here's my Sim acquiring yet another skill set that she will never use, just like me. Okay, I'm sorry, but is it me or did my Sim have too many potential love interests? Who let this happen? Cause okay, look, there was Beck, there was James Lafferty, there's the one guy we don't know, there was the guy with the mohawk that Beck was having the staring contest with. Is that 4? Am I counting that right? That's 4 people. What? Oh, and here's my Sim self running into him again. And running away from him. Okay. Oh, and then this is her interacting with the new mohawk guy. This is amazing. This is my favorite thing. My Sim is thriving. And here's my Sim giving herself a makeover. Oh my god, she decided to be a pop star. Isn't that amazing? Did she stick with this? Is this her current career in the game? I'm gonna have to actually check that because I did not. And here's Demi doing something mundane. Oh, and I think this is around the time where we decided to let Beck move in, I guess, and then he was doing some kind of Illuminati thing. Am I gonna get flagged for that? What is this? What is happening here? Did we not have enough room in this house yet? Oh, is this why we moved? This is probably why we moved. And this was the best dance party we ever had. But our Sims shook their booties, and I don't remember to what song, but this was the most iconic moment out of all of the things. Loved this. Iconic. My Sim continuing to try to be a pop star and being real dramatic about it. How is her arm doing that? This one? Is it supposed to pop in that direction? And this is us at another dance party, which was also just as iconic. Just a bunch of ladies and James Lafferty. Okay, so I don't really know what's happening here, but you guys probably remember that I added Geck into the game, which is the person who marries Demi, and she decides to be a homewrecker with a character we do know very well, Jocelyn's husband. I believe that was a thing. And then this is Jocelyn. Hold on, I wish I could zoom in, but this is such a pivotal character if you don't remember. She was chaos. She was pure evil. She's the one who I think, did we have her marry Beck? Or did they almost get married? I think they almost got married, and then she ends up cheating with somebody else. There were so many Sims. By the way, all of these pictures will be available in the description below because I just can't go through all of them. Oh, and this is when we moved into the new house, I think. Yes, and then he started hanging out with Jocelyn, which was a time, and then they became a thing. Yup, I remember this well. And then that happened, and I don't know why I just zoomed into my Sim's empty bed, but that must be symbolic for something. And then this is Demi being shocked because she's like, oh, who's this? And then that's her driving off and my Sim being like, oh, who's this? And then here's my Sim doing her career yet again, and she's being followed. I guess we had a stalker. And Karen Byrne. Oh, Karen Byrne. Here's that creepy guy again walking an empty stroller in the dark in the middle of the night on the side of the road. I think the signs are there. This is a psychopath. Oh, and here's this guy visiting our new house, and Demi fighting with him, and finally officially ending it, I think. And here's my Sim encountering this guy again and doing karaoke with him willingly. Okay. I've accepted it at this point. Okay. And okay, what? What? How did karaoke lead to this? Why again? What? This was the then house that we had moved into. I just didn't take a screenshot of it, I guess, until later. Here's my Sim's first real gig, and the only 2 people who went were Beck and Demi. Oh wait, no, and then some firefighters showed up because I guess you could say the set was too lit. I hated myself for saying that, oh my god. And then this is where Demi meets Geck. Oh, and since Demi then met Geck, this is the chick. Okay, I have to create a whole tree here. Jocelyn, who is now with Beck, used to be married to a guy, but he cheated on her with this lady. And this lady used to be with Jake, but they broke up because she cheated on him. And now Demi is seeing Jake. Does that make sense? Cool, intertwined love stories, just like the CW. Quality television. And then this is my sim being disgusted by what's going on. And wow, her and Demi are about to beat this girl up. Love it. Love it. Iconic. Living. Bad Girls Club. This is just a combination of all of your favorite shows. And then here's a picture of my sim taking out Jocelyn. And then here's my sim getting invited to James Lafferty's... What was that? Zoom in. Here's a picture of my sim getting invited to James Lafferty's pool party. Even though she's still dating stalker guy, I think. Oh, and they're fighting. And she's like, nah, you're off my husband list. You're gone. Oh, and then this was my sim giving Jocelyn a makeover. And this is where the amazing meme pictures came in. And then there's this guy in our house, like the guy from You, made his way in, probably gonna hide in our shower later. I don't know. I don't really know why all these people are here. Oh, I think this is Dawson's birthday party. Yep, this is Dawson's birthday. That picture explains it. And so we have a bunch of Sims here, and then Nathaniel just creepily watching from the corner because he's like, I'm not invited to my own kid's birthday party, and there's Demi and Jake just having a good old time without me. Wow, that could have been my life, but I'm the worst. And here's Demi's mother creepily watching from the bushes, and she's creepily watching this guy watch my sim. Okay, and so they're still dating, I guess, and still a thing. What in the Titanic? It's gonna sink just like this ship. And then this is the birthday and Dawson aging up and them watching him until he grows up, and bam, there he is. Oh, and I guess my sim was still mad at James Lafferty. And one time, I guess my sim and Beck decided to fix a car together. And then this happened. Which... oh god, it's starting to come back to me now. Okay, I remember now. We made a sim called Rudy Davis because I was trying to make a guy who looked as edgy as the guy from the Born to Die music video by Lana Del Rey. And so we made this guy for my sim self, which I guess is just other guy we don't know the name of, but is definitely a stalker 2.0. And so we were gonna have them be a thing. And I remember Demi ended up like cheating on Beck, not Demi, oh my god, there's too many Sims. Jocelyn cheating on Beck with this guy and it being a whole thing. This is her mentally preparing to just ruin everybody's lives. And then this slowly started to be a thing until this happened. I like that this is a direct transition from this screenshot to this. And they woohooed. And oh my god, I forgot. She ended up having a child, and then I was like, I don't like this storyline anymore, so I just deleted it. Okay, and then this was when she was like, hey yo, I'm pregnant, and he's like, oh well, no, not happening. And so she goes to have the child, and then she's like, surprise Beck, it's yours. And Beck's like, oh really? Great, that's great. Because she lied and she was gonna pin it on him. Oh, and these are the golden screenshots. This was the wedding. We ended up having it at like a resort or something like that, right? And so everybody's just having a good time staying at the resort. So this was fun. Beck and my sim hanging out. She's getting jealous, and Dawson's like, I don't like you. I know you're fake. Dawson was the true MVP during this. And so we have all of this happening, and then Rudy shows up. And I guess there's a lot of truth-telling going on here, or something like that. And Rudy's like, you're really gonna do this? And then she's like, oh, you need to calm down. He's like, no, I'm not gonna calm down. Never. And so all of this goes on. My sim catches this right before the wedding and is like, LOL, no, I know the truth. I can't let this happen. And so they're about to do the vows and the wedding stuff. And my sim is like, I object. I know the truth. And then Dawson's like, I'll do this. And then he's like, surprise. She's the worst. And he's like, what? No. And then Dawson's like, yo, chill. It's not me. And Demi's like, yeah, chill. That's my kid. Calm down. And so then they end up breaking up right there. And then immediately after that, she goes off to give birth. And so then both of these two are at the hospital and it's just awkward because it's like, surprise. And then I was like, I don't like this plot, so we're just gonna delete the kid and be like, deuces, whatever. And I guess this is Beck trying to thank my sim, but she's like, LOL, yeah, no, I'm not doing this. Goodbye. And then they finally finish fixing the car. And did they hit somebody? What? And then I used a pose pack for all of these. This was a fun one. And then they really started dating. Meanwhile, Beck is sad and alone, but Jocelyn is still living in our house, so it's just like, are they gonna sort this out? Are they gonna work through it? Who knows? And then this is where Beck meets Karen Byrne, and he starts considering his other options. And then we have Demi's bachelorette party for when she's marrying Jake. This is a weird couples retreat that Beck and Jocelyn went on, with her trying to get her act together, and it lasted like a day. Actually, it didn't last a day. She immediately started binge drinking. Oh, and Demi's wedding. An iconic time, never been seen before. Oh my god, I remember this. And then this is when this guy showed up and tried to ruin everything. And then Beck was playing the bass for the ceremony, the Sims walked in, and everything was great. And then they got married and everything was fine. Oh wait, no, my sim passed out, so they had to stop. Oh god, and James Lafferty and the strange guy and these other people are like, why? This is so extra, even for this game. It's just too much. Tone it down. Oh wait, no, that's not my sim. Who is that? Oh my god. Jocelyn passed out because she was binge drinking. So we restart the ceremony and then everything goes great and everything's fine. Should I make this the thumbnail? And then we had the reception right upstairs. My sim danced with Beck, the one moment you guys Geck shippers ever got. And this, I think, was a nice send-off for the character of Demi and Jake and his daughter and her son and all that fun stuff, because eventually my sim self, Beck, and Jocelyn would actually end up moving out into their own house. So this was just really nice. Jocelyn drinking in the corner. And this was my sim's empty room because she was moving out. And then at this point, my sim had cut off all her hair and we had them move into a different house. So that much I do remember. She was still continuing her career. Her and Jocelyn are attempting to get along, I guess, and have a sing-along. And I remember we gave Jocelyn more plastic surgery, which you can definitely see. Oh, there was a costume party. Here's Jocelyn being upset about Rudy. Other things, scrolling. This is gonna be too long. Oh my god. Hi, this is just me editing much later, confirming that yes, it is definitely taking way too long. Why is her thumb in the wrong direction? Oh god. And then she got more plastic surgery and Beck got back with Jocelyn and now Jocelyn's being rude again. And I believe we are approaching the end of all these screenshots. I think this is my sim self being like, are you guys for real? This is happening again. And Jocelyn being rude to my sim, and Beck just kind of enjoying the fight. Oh, and Jocelyn slapping my sim while Beck just works out and ignores everything that's going on. I think that's Beck's best quality, ignoring all the crazy stuff that goes on. I love this face. My sim swerving into a building, and that's where we left off. And alas, here we are at their home, which I definitely made over a little bit. And basically, we're just going to be picking up where we left off. Hopefully, some of that I can edit into something that makes sense. I know a lot of you guys were there for that. And honestly, this really is more for you guys. The whole point of this is for closure, I guess, because I feel like I never really finished any LPs. And I was going through these files and I'm like, why do I still have these? Like, let me do what I was supposed to do with them. That way we get real closure in the storyline of these Sims. Fruits Basket made a comeback, Boy Meets World made a comeback, all these different shows made a comeback and gave us endings that gave us closure, except for Girl Meets World. And I wanted to kind of do that too and give these Sims like a nice little final chapter in their stories. So anyway, that is really basically it. I'm just gonna go ahead and give you guys a quick run through of the makeover that I did do to the house, and from there we're just gonna be leading up to a nice wedding special with my sim self and with Beck, and giving you guys what you want. Even if only 2 of you guys end up finishing watching this, I don't care. You deserve this. So let's carry on with the makeover of the house. This was the inside. I changed a lot of what was here, like color wise and decor wise, just because the last time I decorated this was 2015. So I wanted to go ahead and change things up and make it look like something I'd actually like them living in now. So this is the kitchen. My sim is still in place from the whole laptop and computer debacle. You know what? Since I could sell this, I could get their money back, but I'm not going to do that because I'm not getting my money back on my MacBook in real life. So neither should this girl. If you go this way, we have the dining area, which I just changed up a little bit more, the color schemes. Over here, there used to be a wall here, but I knocked it down to make this a bigger space that leads out into the backyard. Just added a mirror, a few things. The bathroom is mostly the same. If you go out back, this is where my sim resides. Out back, my sim has her own little like house shed thing. Out here she has the all-in-one bathroom and stuff, so she doesn't literally have to walk all the way into the house every time she wants to go to the bathroom. I could have just as easily placed this inside, like even in here, so it's not awkward. She doesn't have to walk all the way out here to shower and change, but shh, we won't talk about that. Okay, and then you enter in and there's just a seating area and all of the different paintings that she has painted throughout her time here, a mini fridge, all that. I guess we did a weird painting within a painting thing at some point. Upstairs is the living quarters of hers. I'm gonna go ahead and go into buy mode so I can like turn on the lights because it is dark. And I changed this only a little bit, just the colors and the bed and stuff, because I no longer had the custom content that it used to be. But this is her living quarters upstairs, record player, video game area, all that fun stuff. If we go upstairs in the house, which I probably should have done first, we have Jocelyn's room right over here, and then Beck's room over here. They kind of are similar in layout, and just really simple, nothing too crazy in either of those. And outside we have just this empty shed, the giant backyard that we once had Beck's major birthday bash in before. This is like the remnants of that time. Which actually, I didn't see any screenshots of Beck's mega birthday party bash thing, so that's interesting. I thought I had a few of those. Basically, it was just, I turned this entire outdoor area into something that looked like a nightclub almost, and it was very, very amusing. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can find them and insert a few of those screenshots right here. And then this is our unicorn and the unicorn stall, and that is literally it. This is their house and all that fun stuff. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else I'm forgetting in this intro part. What are their careers? Do they have jobs? So Beck's a firefighter. I don't know why that's a thing, but sure. Okay, so my sim is still doing the singer thing, which is interesting. And of course, this girl can't hold down a job, so she's unemployed. I love that for her. Anyways, last thing that I want to talk about is just why I'm putting this on YouTube as opposed to Twitch. On Twitch, it was really, really cool because I was able to get your guys' input on things. And I really loved being able to do that live, and it was just fun to see everything happen all at once and interact with you guys, and we all got to see it together. But the problem with that was I used to play like copyrighted music, so I was gonna go ahead and upload all the old streams, but I can't do that because they had songs on them, and YouTube, of course, is not gonna let us have any fun with that. So now we're gonna be doing it through just video format. I still want you guys to be able to interact and give your suggestions and stuff in the comments, so feel free to do that, as well as post your own memories of the streams, give me clarifications on things that I might have forgotten, all that fun stuff. And I believe that is everything. So if you want to recommend a job for Jocelyn down below, go ahead and do that. And I'll see you in the next part where hopefully we have a few more plans and things to see. You know what? I think that's gonna be our thumbnail. Okay.